Hello and welcome to another InstaForex daily market analysis. For today, I decided to cover Euro versus US dollar. We'll speak about Bitcoin versus US dollar, dollar index, gold market, crude oil, and NASDAQ 100. I will begin with the Euro versus US dollar. So let's start with weekly time frame, which is the bottom right corner here on the chart. So you can see here that last week we had a pretty much tail and the close on the low, which suggests suggesting the strong downside momentum. And we had a yesterday rally day, and today you can see that market is trading above the previous day high, but still whole this structure looks pretty much corrective, and there is a chance for the downside continuation next period. So from my perspective, if we see the breakout of 1.0831, there will be a chance for a further drop towards 1.0800 again. And then on the weekly time frame, we have a key support area, so around 1.0740, 1.0700 mark, and that can be a short-term downside objective on the euro dollar. Also, on the daily time frame here, we can see that we have a declining 10-day just around this 1.0860. So this is also potential resistance for today. Checking Bitcoin versus US dollar, we can see that we had a rally of this consolidation, and still market is trading in a weekly tail. So let's take a look at this bottom right chart here. Here we have this tail and key resistance at it's around 74,000. On the daily time frame, we already had two trend updates in a row. Hourly time frame is holding well, just surfing the moving averages, this 10 and 20. But we will see at this point if the market can hold around this previous swing high or the previous day high, or we have some kind of a divergence and potential for the downside rotation towards the rising 50 and the previous swing high around 68,000 mark. So far, we can see that we had this rally, but if we see the rejection at this point, then it can be the top for the day, and we might see the downside rotation. In case of the upside breakout of the 74,000, then we can see 76, 77,000 in play. Dollar index. What we can see on the dollar index is that we had a natural pullback so far, and on the hourly time frame we can see that market is building lower highs and lower lows. But if we take a look at this previous swing high and the area here, this gap area here, this can be a strong support for a dollar index where we are trading at this point. So if market can find bidding basically, and if we can see rotation back, for example, if we can retake 104.25 and hold above that level, then there will be a chance for retest of 104.50 or even 105 mark short term. Weekly time frame had quite a strong close and the breakout of this inside wick from this area. So I do see potential for the further rally in next also short term period. Now, speaking of the gold market, let's take a look here. So gold market is on the just sitting around the rising 10-day moving average, and we can see that we had an inside day yesterday. So potential breakout of the, I will say, of 2186 can be a sign for the rally into the spin bar territory between the 2197 and 2219. But potential downside move and break below 2150 or so can be a sign for a further downside movement and further drop on the gold market. Checking crude oil, seems like the hourly didn't have a power to sustain this rally, and we have some sign of weakness that appeared at this point, and this is why the market is trading lower at this point. So there will be a chance for rotation back, probably to the rising 10-day moving average around 81.30. We also have a 3-day support around 80.70 mark. Last week, the weekly candle was pretty suggesting pretty big sign of weakness. Together with this hourly weakness, we can see potential downside move on the WTI or crude oil. And we have a NASDAQ 100 holding around the rising 10-day moving average, but still we had this tail from this day here, and market is just testing that tail. Can the market sustain this? We can see the moving average is basically pretty, how to say that, in the contraction. If you check the position of moving average, there's pretty big contraction at this point. It's not like that we have something like this, so that market and all of the moving averages are trading above. So this is pretty much contraction that can lead to the pretty much choppy environment and that more complex kind of the structure. So this can be maybe some kind of the structure like this. So potential downside on the NASDAQ 100 is still possible from my view. That will be all for this update. If you find this useful and so, you can subscribe on our YouTube channel. And until next time, have a great trading day.